Hello everybody, this is Truman Talks Treasure. I'm Truman. The treasure we're going to talk about today is going to be the video game and video game related stuff I've picked up over the last year working at this interesting store. It's called the Big Box Outlet Store, and they do Amazon returns and that sort of thing by the truckload. If you're ever out in Nampa, Idaho, check out the Big Box Outlet Store. It's very fun to shop at. Everything's just in troughs and you dig through it and everything's the same price. Anyways, I don't want to get into that here. What I want to get into here is this video game stuff. Starting with this cool little My Arcade Galaga replica. This is actually a lot of fun to play, and you don't need to waste batteries because it does have the micro Android 5-volt charger hookup there. A plug-and-play. This is Midway Classic Arcade Volume 1. It has Joust, Gauntlet, and Defender. I have a memory card for the PlayStation 2. This is 128 megabytes, microbytes, I don't even know. This is not a Sony product. This is a third-party product that they came out with recently. There might even be bigger ones now, I don't know. A Wii Plus controller attachment and an overgel sleeve there for your Wii controller. A Wii U gaming charge pad, or it charges your gamepad, and this is for the PlayStation 4, charges your controllers. I got a PlayStation 3 controller. I did not have this blue one before. When it came through the store, I picked it up. In my game room, I used to have to actually go up and physically change the TV sometimes because the remote that came with it was crap. Finally, a remote for the Vizio came through that works with my television. Oh, there's a big one. Sometimes I record myself playing the video games, and I do that with this Logitech 922 camera. I had one before, but I got a second one that came through work. Again, anything that you might find at Amazon might show up at our store. It's nuts. A couple of breakaway cables for the 360. Some upscaling and downscaling stuff. A couple of the HDMI, AV to HDMI, and then a Wii to HDMI. Oh, this is a cool thing. Video game adjacent. This is a Bluetooth transmitter. You get a, whatever the audio is, plugged in through an auxiliary cord into here, and then it will transmit to your Bluetooth speakers or headphones and that sort of thing, allowing you to be wireless if you couldn't be wireless before. I got a virtual reality goggle set. I have not even cracked this open to see what I need to have go with it. Uncertain. GameCube controller adapters. This allows you to plug in your GameCube controllers into the Wii U, PC, Switch, probably the Wii as well, I'd imagine. Probably mostly for your Smash Brother fighting games. Oh, cool. An Xbox 360 500 gigabyte hard drive. A couple of 8-bit Do wireless controllers for the Nintendo Classic, so I don't have to put up with those incredibly short cords. For the PlayStation Portable, the PSP 2000, if your television also has component inputs, you can play your PSP 2000 on your television. Got a couple of those. Got some games here. For the Famicom, I think this is a Gomon game, one of those Gomon games. A emulator disc, or cart, I guess, a 143-in-1. I got the red cart and the translucent cart. I actually got a couple copies of the translucent cart. I got, for the PlayStation 3, Battlefield Hardline. For the PlayStation 4, Marvel Spider-Man. I played the crap out of this game, and I got it through work. And then for the PlayStation 2, Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. Just rolls right off your tongue, that short little name. Oh, another controller here. This one's for the Xbox One. I do not have an Xbox One. This is a wired controller, but is it wired? Yeah, it's a wired controller, but I've read reviews on this one. This one's supposed to be pretty decent. I'm guessing. Nephews, stop watching the video right now. Alright, my sister's kids, they're going to be getting these cool little guys. I got a few of them. They're all the same here. This Family Pocket Emulator handheld. This has got a bunch of games on it, and the really cool thing about this is it comes with a second controller, and if you have AV hookups for your television, the whole cord that's in here, you plug that in the second controller, and you play 2-player games on your television. Very neat. Anyways, someone's having a good Christmas. My sister's kids. Oh, N64 power control unit. This little case here is a guitar-shaped case, but let's El Mariachi this and get out the video game stuff in here. Alright, Amiibo cards for the Switch and maybe the Wii U, I'm not sure. Oh, these are the power. You put your own batteries in here and you can control your 360 controller with it. Oh, a neat little keychain. The Umbrella Corporation. Oh, I've already made these obsolete. Extensions for the Nintendo Classic controllers. But I got the wireless ones now. This is a downscaler. This is a HDMI to the component. Is that what it's called, right? Yeah, the component. The 5 is the component. Oh, a Sega Genesis version of, this one's the top 100 games, multi-cart. For the Game Boy Advance, Rayman Advance. A couple of games have come through that I just passed on. It's not like I grabbed everything. I do have a coworker that sort of kind of grabs everything video game related. I can only imagine what his storage looks like. Now these things are counterfeit repros. I want to say reproductions. And they were probably pulled from Amazon because they weren't being told, they weren't telling people they were reproductions. Anyways, we ended up with them. They ended up on the floor for, most of them were gone on $5 a day. Here are the games I got. Harvest Moon, what's this one called for the Game Boy Advance? I can't read between the translucent. Oh my gosh, I'm being outwitted. Anyways, Game Boy Advance Harvest Moon game. Nintendo 64 Harvest Moon. I could tell as soon as I felt these that they weren't the Nintendo plastic. Mario Party 2. Smash Brothers, or Super Smash Brothers. Zelda Ocarina of Time. I've tested these on my Nintendo 64. They all work fine. I've actually been pretty impressed with the way they've worked. But to go with this Ocarina of Time, I've saved a couple of Zelda-specific themed things. I got this Amiibo. This is the Zelda that's all blocky there. This neat little guy. He says, The Legend of Zelda. I don't know if this is a single bracelet or necklace or a bunch of bracelet or necklaces. That's the chains. But it's got a bunch of these pennants that are different shields. It's got the Triforce there. And then that sword and that sheath, the sword will actually go into the sheath. That is so cool. And then, the last thing here, guys, is a non-officially licensed thing, I don't believe. This Ocarina of Time. And it does have a fingering hole chart. Look at that. A fingering chart. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. The instructions there. And, ooh, that is sharp looking. It's got the Triforce logo right there on that band. I don't know if you can see, all shiny and whatnot. Anyways, maybe I do need to figure out how to hold it here. So I hold it like this. well, like Elon Musk said, room for improvement. Until next time, guys, keep hitting the books.